Yeah, that's something we see the top teams do so well, so consistently, of course. But band phase, here we go. What's going to be the first one? Monty, I'm kind of not surprised.
I am. I don't think Monty's as impactful on this map as what he is on Clubhouse.
Yeah, but it seems like a Mantis staple.
Yeah, it really does at this point. Habana being banned out by Mantis.
See, that's pretty expected, I feel. Like, Bank is a map where limiting hard breaches can really improve your downstairs hold.
FAV banned Monty as well on Bank last time they played it.
Well, there you go. And then Maestro coming out as the next ban.
Yeah, Maestro, they don't want to deal with those evil eyes at all. And to be honest, I don't really blame them. Those evil eyes can be very, very annoying. They're very hard to get rid of too.
And then final ban, Echo. No surprise, as it's the perma ban for the Japanese squad, and also it's the hard cannon over.
Yeah, it's a really, really good ban coming up against this Mantis side. But yeah, I feel like the Japanese players just don't want to play against Echo in general, right? Like, those yokais can be devastating. Like, Echo was strong before they gave him a second yokai.
Yeah.
And so it was just, it put him from a strong spot to a must-have.
Yes.
So I think that really forced Echo into that ban spotlight when he got his second yokai.
Well, Shin, we saw him up here on this bomb site earlier in the day play this clash.
It wasn't the most effective, though.
It was, yeah, hit or miss.
So it wasn't the most effective, but they're going to have the double ACOG of Afro and Typon, Rook and Doc, the double GIGN brothers. And we're going to have to see exactly how they're going to go. One of them is definitely going to be sitting in those elevators.
Yeah, definitely going to be fighting towards the top of car park, and there's no Glaz for Mantis to try and contest that with. Of course, all these attackers can take ACOGs on their weapons, so I suppose that's not something they really have to worry too much about.
No, it's not, but they're just going to be missing out on that banana vision that is the Glaz.
It can be so helpful when spotting enemies, can't it?
It can be very helpful. It can, of course, make you lazy, though, as well. If you play a lot of Glaz, it can make you lazy in looking for people.
It's like a T-Rex. You can only see with his banana vision.
5 seconds left before
But Shin going to be playing in the janitor's closet. That is exactly where he played last time. And again, he had very limited success on this. So I don't think...
Too aggressive here, wasn't he?
Yes, he was way too aggressive because Hysterics ripped him apart from the stock trading room.
Yep.
So time and time again, he just got ripped apart by Hysterics. So I think that maybe he might have a bit more effectiveness, like if Mantis choose not to do that same pincer movement on him. But I mean, again, it depends on how Mantis want to push this.
Well, all FAV need to do is just make sure that stock trading is held down. In fact, that's where Shin's going to start things off.
Yeah, just going to make sure that he, of course, can, keep himself alive, I guess.
Yeah, but pretty stock standard spot to enter in on the square skull. Oh, Envy Taylor.
Wow.
Early frag onto K-Razor there.
Yeah, K-Razor just having his head removed from his shoulders. He's going to have to spend the rest of the round wondering exactly where he went wrong. Well, getting his head removed was where he went wrong, but...
Is that Envy Taylor getting aggressive? That's right, Shin getting aggressive.
Yeah, Shin getting aggressive, no! But he trades out, they're there to cover each other. Neilio takes one, as Sweet Black takes out Typon as well. And this defense has just collapsed from FAV.
Yeah, you can see what Shin was doing there, but you can also see the bait there from the Thermite and Neilio in conjunction, Nova and Neilio. So 1 on 5 for Afro as the executes coming on in. All right, there's Hetty. He's going to find the Hetty. He's going to see a few of those Candelas come on in. Now he can't really push into square stairs. In fact, he is going to find Sweet Black. Is this the start of a wonderful clutch? Minute 15 to work with, but that plant is going down. Oh, he's got to not land those shots and has to run out of ammo. Envy Taylor's going to finish him off. So no 1 on 5 there as Mantis pick up the first round rather convincingly.
Yeah, that was unfortunate by Afro there on that rook. Just ran out of ammo. He put up a very good fight. I actually believed that he might have been able to pick up that ace. He almost hit one through the wall as well. Very, very close. He was prone, so he just shot a little bit over him.
Especially it seemed like Mantis was so spread out. In fact, even that last kill was a 1v1.
Exactly. So if he could just keep taking those 1v1s and those 1v1s, he will eventually take it out. I don't like this clash. I'm going to be honest. I think it needs to be swapped off. 6th pick, straight gone.
Still got the double zoomy boys of Rock and Duck.
Rock and Duck, right?
Rock and Duck.
The GIGN's younger brothers. Rock and Duck, we got them.
I'll just go with I meant to say that.
Hey, man.
The thick boys.
But no, yeah, Rook and Doc coming out here.
Rook and Doc.
And I'm going to be saying that now when I'm playing at home. Like, just...
So, yeah, this Valkyrie, I'm assuming we're going to see some cameras lobbed out the windows. What say you?
I think they're going to be getting a bit aggressive. That is what I say.
Yes, especially when they had K-Razor go down so early to the repelling Envy Taylor.
Yes, I think that was... Because K-Razor has had some very strong impact frags. So
running out the breaches and such.
So him getting eliminated really, really early is unfortunate. So if he can stay alive a little bit longer this time, he will be able to do that.
Well, that's no cameras going outside, because that was the last one that Shin just threw inside.
Changing mags.
Yeah, very, very interesting. So they're not going to get aggressive from here, but they can, of course, get aggressive once they're inside. And there's some nice cameras.
Yeah, you know, that perfect Valkyrie balance of nicely hidden, but also gathering lots of information.
Yep. And that's really the trade-off that you need to get. Hidden cameras can often give you very, very limited line of sight, where exposed cameras obviously give you a lot more line of sight. And there's a bit of trade-off you need to go with. But finding that perfect balance as a Valkyrie can be particularly difficult. And they're going to wonder what's going on here as they don't find anyone in either janitors or stock trading. So they're going to have to wonder exactly where that clash has gone to.
Yeah, look at Shin's position. He's down below this floor, of course, at the top of the Skylight Stairwell. It's destructible. But, oh, I think they've spotted him. Going for the wall bangs. Nothing landing, but that was very close.
That was very close indeed. They did lose that camera, though, finally. So that drone being dropped, and now Nova's going to start opening these walls.
It's that Thatcher. Keeping it simple, of course. Going to allow them to start spraying in towards janitors.
So close, but almost a couple of wall bangs here. Almost. And that's going to force K-Razor out.
Oh, he's stuck in a very tricky situation. So many angles he has to be aware of. Oh, he's going to find Envy Taylor for free there. He might find another, but no, he's going to fall on back. Surely we're going to see the Capitao of Hetty peek him in a moment.
Yeah, well, he's actually dropped down, so he's dropped down. I don't think, if he feels exactly comfortable to push up after just what happened to his teammate. Nelio's taken a ton of damage, though, as well. He's almost dead. And it's going to come down to what K-Razor can do, but he's been put in these situations before, and he's come out really, really strong. Afro's taken out Nova, though. That's a good shot from the lobby. As you said, K-Razor's been down. He hasn't been picked up, though, yet. So he can sort of gain intelligence. They see his foot. Nelio finally gets the kill credit for that. But with 40 seconds left, it has still forced them out. They still don't feel comfortable, ready to push in.
And it's still a 4-on-3, and it's very one-dimensional here from Mantis, just pushing from the Skylight Stairwell.
Yeah, that is all they have left available to them. Capitao, though,
say that.
Yep, is still on these windows. Those smokes come out. He's going to switch over to the asphyxiation bolt. Puts one down. He's getting shot through the door. He's not going to be able to find it. Tries to go after the frag. Hetty does take out Odin Miso. Finally picks him up. It is Hetty with the diffuser, though. The TK, though. Sweet Black takes out his teammate. He now has the diffuser. You can't plant in the hallway. Sweet Black is on limited health. One shot's going to do it. Nelio's trying to cover him off, but he gets dropped by Shin after trading one onto Typon.
He's going to plant
this? It goes down eventually, but 1 HP, Monkey.
1 HP. Just a breath, as you said earlier, will finish him off. Are they aware of his position? No, I don't think they are. In fact, he's going to push up. Afro's going to finish him off. And this diffuse destruction will come on through in just a moment. Or diffuse disable.
Yep, and Afro is going to look out the window. Take one of the views as he lets his teammate. Yeah. Looking out the window, just, head against the door. If you ever want to look deep, just rest your head against the window. But, no, sorry. FAV, very strong defense there.
Yeah, it did look pretty convincing, didn't it?
Just drop the clash and you win.
Yeah, it really feels like K-Razor has to go and do, some very aggressive stuff. And he seems to have a really good feel for it, doesn't he?
Yep. FAV now going into the basement. They didn't have good success on this hold against Aerowolf.
Yes.
But that being said, they played a 5-man anchor against Aerowolf, which is not how FAV need to play. So I think if they can do a bit more roaming, we're seeing the Vigil here.
Yeah, I was going to say, Vigil should be pretty indicative that they will be...
roaming.
Yeah, going for a bit of a waltz around the map. Bit of a sightseeing venture.
Just a casual stroll around the bank.
You know, I love just like looking at how these maps are, like just the environment and like piecing together what kind of story happened. Like for example, the tunnel. Obviously, some thieves have tunneled in and blown open the wall there to get inside from the sewer tunnel. And then like if you look inside the teller's office, there's like a duffel bag with like cash spilling out of it. So, they're filling that up. It's really exciting to see the storylines throughout the whole map.
It really is, and being able to put together exactly what happened, as you said, can be very, very interesting as well.
Or just let your mind run wild.
Yeah, that is it.
Well, as for operator lineups, we're going to be seeing this Ying once again. I'm surprised about Afro going for the alibi, and we just saw K-Razor take some damage from, I'm assuming, an impact grenade, but I could be wrong.
I think it does look like an impact grenade, doesn't it? It definitely would be destruction of some kind anyway. It's too little health to be shot from a drone.
Yeah, these alibi +1s coming on out.
Afro, he can't do anything.
Oh, he's trying to get that cheeky little angle through to the front door of lobby. Ooh, just can't quite find the right balancing point.
Yeah, being able to get up there can be very, very difficult. But he can't do anything without Mantis knowing exactly where he is. Angle and a half from Nova.
Nova, yeah. He sees like 2 pixels of Afro.
Yep. Just doesn't take the shot though. Decides to just tell everyone where he is and what he's doing. They must know he's
pushing him.
Yeah, they must know he's around the elevators. MV Taylor though has made his way in, and this roam game from FAV, I really like how they set it up because they can pinch Mantis as they need to, as they see fit.
Yeah, but that being said, they've got very little presence on site, and that's going to be Afro, the alibi, going down nice and early.
Yeah, you say that, it's halfway through the round though.
Yes. Yeah, okay. Kind of
that's
early.
That's a whiffed. That's a whiff smoke, but MV Taylor picks up 2. Odemiso and K-Rays have to sit back down. Shin's going to put an end to Nelio though. Nova picks up 1 for himself as the trades are coming through. That leaves it all up to Shin here, and he is well and truly off-site and off-map. He has a lot to deal with. Putting the pre-fires coming through. It's not going to happen. This will be an ace for Shin if he does manage to do it, but Nova puts an end to that dream, and Mantis come out on top of that attack.
Yeah, so there we see just too much roaming, and it's just a push site, and suddenly the roam is locked out. And as for that Capitao smoke, I don't think it was whiffed. Right? If you put a smoke on the very edge of the hatch and then a smoke underneath the hatch, it blocks the whole thing from vision.
Okay.
So either that's what they were going for, or it was whiffed. It's one of the advantages of using Capitao smokes. You can be creative with the placement.
Yes, that is true. You can be very creative with the placement, that is true. It offers you a bit more utility than what smoke grenades can sometimes.
Yeah.
But we're going to go back down into Cash, and they're going to show the Vigil this time and then swap it into Mira. And they're bringing a Jackal this time, potentially, to try and bring out all those roamers. But on the note of those roamers, I really think that the roaming was ineffective because Mantis chose to ignore them.
Yeah,
Mantis chose not to chase after the roamers.
It was a very interesting push as well, the fact that Mantis decided to do that hatch drop. Like, it's something we really don't see too often.
No, it's something we don't see very often at all, and we did see it a fair bit. I think it was actually by FAV against Aerowolf, and it didn't work at all.
Yeah, it's something that you see very rarely and that hardly ever works. It's like the ultimate funnel that you're pushing through at a disadvantage.
Yeah, it really is. So I think if we are going to see roamers from FAV, the top 4 roamers need to be more effective. They need to get a bit more aggressive. They can't wait to try and be cleared out by the Mantis lineup, because Mantis showed they're just going to ignore the top floor. They had 2 people on the top floor who did nothing the whole time and just let the Mantis squad push down that hatch. They could have dropped into lobby. They could have started getting aggressive from that. They could have dropped in behind and try and pinch them, but instead, they just sat up the top, waiting for the attackers to come to them, and it didn't quite happen. They just ignored them.
Yeah, and what kind of roam are we going to be seeing this time, do we reckon?
Well, we've got 2 people on the top floor again. Whether or not they're going to go for it, we'll have to wait and see. Heady droning out this first floor, and they could just ignore the top floor again if they so wish.
Yeah, well, I think if that's what they want to do, the defenders are going to have to be a lot more proactive on that top floor.
Yeah, they really are. And that's pretty much all it comes down to, just pushing their way down a little bit earlier. MV Taylor has already managed to snake his way into the archives here on this Maverick. We're seeing Maverick pushing alone a lot this tournament.
Yeah, I think he's got quite a good gun as well. Like, I think it's comparable to the R4C. So,
yes.
And he's 3-speed, of course, as well. So he can play a very similar role to Ash.
Yes, he really can. And on top of that, he can also, you know, make peaks in hard breach spots.
Bomb located by attackers.
Which is, I suppose, kind of more utility than Ash offers. If, like, I don't know, it's more of a stealth operator than Ash is a really loud and explosive operator, isn't she?
Yeah, she likes to make a big bang. Look at me, I'm Ash. Where Maverick just likes to sneak in and do a quiet job and get back out again.
He's a true artiste, isn't he? As we're going to see hatch opened up there by Nova.
Yep, and they're probably going to go for the second hatch here. Those flashbangs wasting the ADSs. Nova manages to now say that there is no ADS down there.
Ooh, that's an interesting hole.
MV Taylor opened up, yeah, a really nice hole there. And he gets himself a peak hole, just put a couple of shots through.
Perfect pre-aim as well. He's an experienced man at that. He's done that a few times. It's not his first rodeo.
Are they going to be able to even walk through that hole? Is that
surely they
not
can crouch
opened
through
yet?
it.
Is that no? I'm thinking maybe the bottom's not opened yet. But the gas babe's going to come out. That stops one. MV Taylor's going to take that chance to drone. He's going to be locked out for 10 seconds, potentially longer. So why not? Maybe that time to use.
Yeah, it's getting to the last 30 seconds and it's still a 5v5. We're going to see those Candelas, all the utility getting used. Nova's going to sprint wide into the bomb site. Just going to start getting that plant down. And are FAV aware of this position? Looks like they're not going to be able to
has to be now. He's staring straight at him. The plant does go down on top, though. Nova gets behind the bomb safely. Nova's going to find 1 kill. They now know he's going to be behind the bomb. MV Taylor's pushed his way up, though. And Afro trades one back, but Neilio puts him into the grave. Neilio picks himself up a second as Taipon's going to get his head rolled. Now that makes it a 2 versus 4 in Mantis' favor. And with the plant being down, Heady is going to make that a 1v4. And it's all up to Shin now. He's got a world of hurt ahead of him.
Yeah, he's trying to sneak his way into the bomb site. He's going to see the Capital, but even he doesn't win that one. Heady coming out on top, putting the lead 3-1 in favor of Mantis. And, you know, I got to say, Bank is a defender-sided map. Mantis are 3-1 up on attack.
Yeah. Well, I think that actually Bank is more... I think that Cash is defender-sided. But the rest of them, in my opinion, are attack-sided. But this
CCTV.
Yeah, sorry. Did I say Cash?
Yes.
Sorry, yeah, CCTV.
CCTV but Cash on Clubhouse.
Yes, on Clubhouse, sorry, yes. But I think that the CCTV, the fact that Mantis has successfully attacked it twice, look at that, we're going to go back upstairs to the CEO office. But the CEO requires a more aggressive playstyle to defend it properly, which favors FAV and their aggression obviously quite well, which is why I think we're seeing it as their primary bomb site.
Yes.
Attackers need to locate and defend
now this is
they can.
This wasn't FAV's pick though, was it? This was Mantis' pick.
Yes.
FAV picked Clubhouse.
Yes, FAV picked Clubhouse. And that's really the story of FAV right there. They're not finding their frags. Afro found the majority of his frags on the round, on the CEO round that they lost, the very first round. And
yeah.
Since then, the whole of FAV have picked up 6 kills in 3 rounds. It's a dominating performance from Mantis.
Yeah, it's definitely been looking good for Mantis, but it's not all over yet. Like, we can't just be all doom and gloom.
5 seconds left.
No, it's not over yet. We saw FAV put up a strong second half last time on the last map on Clubhouse, so they might do it again. And Shin just trying to bait Mantis into shooting his Prisma.
Just to annoy them, of course.
It is one of those annoying things where you shoot a Prisma and you just go, all right. Looks like I'm not doing anything for the next 10 seconds. But then, of course, you know, I really love mind games with Prisma and Alibi, where you take the spot of the Prisma.
Oh, yeah, but...
And you just stand there. But MV Taylor finding Odin Miso really, really quickly. Going for himself a second. He gets tagged up pretty heavily as well, though. K-Razor not going to fall for it again. K-Razor going to land that head. Going to land that shot straight onto his head. Trades it up 1 for 1. And things are just going to slow back down again.
Yeah, there we go. EMP is going to go on out, allow Nova to open up the angles into the bomb site now.
I wouldn't mind seeing a Buck creating some pressure from below, hey.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. Heady taking a lot of damage there. It's repelling on the windows, taking up Envy Taylor's role.
Yep, he's done a fair bit of damage to K-Razor, but he's also taken a fair bit of damage in reply.
Yeah. But it's even across the board in terms of man count, of course. 4 to 4. Just HP's a bit different in slightly favouring Mantis.
Yeah, minute 30 left though, as we do come into the second half of this round. And K-Razor is still wanting to pick these fights. You know, I'm on low health, I don't care. Take these fights till I die, which is what Heady wants to do to him. A couple of shots come off, nothing gonna land. They still haven't managed to make their way in for this plant just yet, so the hold is, well, holding, essentially.
Yeah, I really like how we see Heady and Envy Taylor work these windows. They do very quick, not QEs, but just left, right, strafe peeking, I suppose would be the way to describe it.
Yep.
They're being safe, but
here come the smokes. And that is a Candela. Nova's going to have to look away. It is Neilio with the diffuser, so he is going to have to go plant. But Shen comes out and just mows them down. Typon is taking down Sweet Black, and that leaves it all up to Heady at this point. Is Afro downed? I don't think he is. Now they know exactly where Heady is, as he did shoot a Prisma. And Afro has been reset and docked back up. He gets that juice. Heady's going to have to try and go after the diffuser here because I don't think he can find everyone. But that is one. He finds one. He needs another 3 to go. But Shin comes out with a nice 3K. And FAV put their second one on the board.
Beautiful play from Shin, just running out of this janitor closet. He can't do it on the Clash, but he can definitely do it with the Alibi. 3 for him in that one.
Yep, and look at that. They get rid of the Clash, and their CEO hold becomes that much more dangerous. I'm really enjoying it. And avoiding the CCTV room, I think this is the right option for them, going for that Tellers instead. Yeah, Locker's CCTV, they, tried twice, lost twice? Yes. 2 and move, I, of course, am a very big fan of that. So, Tellers offers archives. It's traditionally been like the second choice bomb site, right? Like it's gone downstairs and to Teller's office archives. So a big surprise, although this is a bit of a surprise. We're seeing Shin on the cap can. Is that why we saw him to quite effect earlier in the day? Yes, he put 3 cap can traps around stock trading, and then the other 2 around the entrances to the Teller's office site itself. So whether or not we'll see something similar this time, if Mantis have been paying attention, they'll definitely know where those cap traps were, and they should be able to stop it. Yeah, and we've also got the Rock and Duck combo again. I really hope that catches on, hey. I really hope that catches on. The Rock and Duck combo. I really hope they come out with an operator called Duck now, hey. Duck. Duck, I love it. What's his ability?
10 seconds.
I really don't know. Hey, I have to think about it. Rock could be a defender, though.
5 seconds remaining.
You know,
yes.
Rock would be an anchor defender.
Sure, we've already got Rook. How about Rock?
Defuse a bomb.
Well, enough of that. We're into this next round. Final round of this half, of course. 3 to 2, so it could end up being even, or it could end up being a Mantis heavily favoured. It was last matchup, last map.
Yeah, this was something they did very, very well.
4-2 last map.
A bomb has been located.
Tellers, they went 1 for 1 when they were versing Aerowolf last time. They didn't get a chance to go back to it. So, let's see how it goes. There is 1 armor there. Odin Miso probably yelling at his team to pick it up. Yeah, someone's keeping it in the bank for later. Yeah. If you wear an armor and you get down, you can pick up another armor, you know? Yeah. Yeah. And then you can get down again. Magical. But you know, we are going to see FAV play relatively passive on this top floor so far, as they're just, the walls are being opened up around them.
Yeah, you really feel like Typon could have been in a position to do a play similar to what we saw Shin do, where he just ran out and defined Nova if he wasn't feeling too aware.
Yeah, well, I don't think they're going to be, I don't think they're going to really fall for that again. They weren't ready for it last time. I think they're definitely going to be ready for it this time. They can't let that happen again.
Yeah, Sweet Black slowly crouch walking around.
And they definitely know one's around
Ooh, he's
there.
in the gun but can't land the shots. He's shot too early. Did a bit of damage through the wall, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, K-Razor's been taken relatively low though. He's on about 1/3 health. And those Candelas come out. I'm not sure if that Candela was a whiff or just on the other side of the wall, because some, of course, will get thrown out.
And then there was light.
Neilio about to push his way in. That's his 3rd
All
Candela.
of them, yeah. He's not stingy with them, is he?
No, he's not, but there's no one even there. Whether you call that a waste or not, I don't know.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has
Ooh.
been
MB Taylor, though, is going to find Shin. That's the cap cam being put in the grave. Lucky he has a passive ability. And everything was down. I don't think any of his cap traps have gone off yet so far.
Ooh, that's going to
That
be
one
one
isn't.
found by MV Taylor. You know, he's got one between the connection between the 2 bomb sites. I think that's probably a pretty sneaky one. But Neilio going to put the man advantage even further in their favour. 5-3 now.
Yeah, that's the smoke taken out. I don't think he used any of his gas babes. I didn't hear them go off. So they've managed to push their way into sight. Nova's actually going to go plant. Hetty right around him. But MV Taylor, though, going to find himself a second one. Odin Miso putting Nova in the grave. That leaves us 2 versus 4.
Oh, and they've denied the plant, actually. So Mantis have to reposition to try and get it down. In fact, I think they're doing so successfully now. Hetty's going to be sticking that one. Odin Miso's going to find another one before he... MV Taylor's... Sorry, he's gone down. Neilio's found Odin Miso, so it's all up to Afro. He's been flashed up. I think it might be over. There we go. 4-2 lead for Mantis.
Yep, GIGM Brothers not able to clutch that out just yet. Mantis in this advantage, but we saw them in this exact situation at the halftime point last map.
Yes, but in that subject, it was on a defender side of map, and they were, you know, on defense themselves. But this is also a defender side of map, but they were on attack this time.
So do you think we're going to be going home after 2 maps?
You know, I don't want to. Like, I want to cast another map, but I think we might be.
Right.
Like, yeah, I'm not.
Are you calling it? Are you calling it?
It's too early to call it. It's too early to call it.
Well, that's just hedging your bet.
No, it's too early to call it until it's written in stone. All right, when it's when there's still a possibility of anything can happen.
Look, I have faith. I have faith.
You have faith,
especially
in FAV.
especially with a Clash coming out.
Especially with the Clash.
Clash has not been very impactful at all.
You're just a hater. Clash hater.
I don't think she has done enough this weekend to warrant a pick. I think she's been very, very
I reckon
underwhelming.
she's powerful in the right hands.
She's powerful in very certain situations, but I don't think they've been able to create those situations.
So yeah, her power definitely relies on good teamwork.
And good individual placement as well, because you need to be very aware of what's around you. And the aggressive playstyles of both of these teams have just not really warranted. It doesn't equal. It doesn't really mesh with Clash's playstyle very well. So we'll have to see, of course, how it's going to go and exactly what Nova's planning on doing.
What's
with
that mirror? What is that mirror? Interesting mirror.
It's a very interesting mirror.
What's the plan here?
What's the point of that mirror, though?
Yeah,
like,
just take
your
above.
flank is completely exposed on that mirror. Like,
not to mention if they take above, it's a mirror wasted.
Wasted, yeah.
So is it going to be done in conjunction with making sure
But
they get above?
They didn't reinforce the sidewall, so it's completely exposed. So you can't sit there. The door is easy enough for them just to walk through and peek around.
So in any event,
hatch-
you'd think it's just to shut down the push from tunnel, but no.
Like, I just don't think it can. I don't know what its purpose is. Maybe to give the attackers something else to
Yeah,
think about.
let's before we judge it too harshly, let's give it some time to show us what it's got. Like, you know, we could be going, oh, it's a genius mirror in a moment, but I'm
Hey, I am very
maybe I'm
happy
giving it
when
too
I'm
much
wrong.
benefit of a doubt. Yeah.
I am very happy when I'm wrong about these things. If I'm doubtful about something and I get proven wrong, I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, it's made it spicy and exciting, hasn't it? But it looks
Certainly
like
has.
FAV might be favouring this push from the back as well.
Yeah, they did this last time against Aerowolf, and it didn't work very well.
Yeah, they're using both their thermites.
And no Hibana, because she's obviously banned out. Maverick could have gotten the hatch. The C4 comes out of Sweet Black, doesn't find anything. Not even a lick of damage.
Yeah, it's
There's another interesting mirror.
bit early, wasn't it? I don't know. You know, you say, oh, the clash is out, so I'm not feeling too good, but this strategy is not making me feel too good either here from FAV. No, that's not a bad idea. Let's smoke that part off, but there's still plenty more areas that you can get shot from FAV. It's going to have to be very well coordinated. In fact, they're going to go for another smoke just then. Oh, that's a bit mistimed as well.
That's unfortunate. As just playing very, very passive here. They have made their way in, though. If the Thermite can make his way in, Miso is going to drop Nelio. MV Taylor finds him in reply, though. And K-Raze is going for the plant. Hetty has managed to pick him up. Hetty gets himself a second. He drops Typon. Afro's going to have to drop. Shin is going after Nova, though. And he's going to try and go to his back, but Shin knifes him. That leaves us in a 2 versus 2. MV Taylor and Hetty versus Afro and Shin.
Yeah, Shin can completely deny that rather interesting mirror we saw just by pushing up here, but it looks like Afro's going to be the one to prone peek. Just can't land those shots onto Hetty. However, as Shin will find Envy Taylor, all up to Hetty now with 5 seconds to go. That's Diffuser picked on up. Oh, Hetty's going to miss those shots. They know exactly where he is now. Are they going to start the plant? Yes, they're going to have to.
Yep,
but are they going to be able to cover it? Shin is, yes, indeed. There we go. Fav managed to pull that one off. All right.
That
weird
was
mirrors.
Intense.
Weird mirrors, weird strategies, weird result.
Just weird all around.
Yeah, is this some like Japan-Korea metagame that we're just not aware of?
Well,
with
they're
those
close
mirrors?
enough to scrim against each other, right? They're close enough to scrim against each other very often. Maybe there is something to it, right?
Those mirrors were placed in such a way that they expected that push, wasn't it? Like the mirror in the red hallway looking in towards the lockers bomb site? I don't know.
Yeah, it was definitely something they expected. Pulse is getting subbed out for Clash again. Maverick's going to get subbed out for Zofia this time, though. And they are, of course, back in the basement because they did lose it. But I felt like Hetty was the only good point of that defense. Right? Hetty on that mirror, he denied one plant, killed the person who was meant to be covering that plant.
Yes.
Like, let's not point out, he didn't cover him. He died after the planter died. So he was the one meant to be covering it, and Hetty picked that up. And then Hetty picked up, was the one left alive in the 1v2 to try and stop it. All he had to do was stop the defusing. He unfortunately cut short because of Shin. But
Hetty and Envy Taylor are the stars of this Mantis lineup, right? Like, there's no question about that. So Hetty standing up is like, you know, not really surprised. Like, that's what he does. Like, it's just like, Hetty, go win us the round. He's like, okay.
Whatever you say, boss. But like, it just sort of, I don't know, man. I really don't know how to break down that defense.
Have we got the same mirrors? Okay, we don't have the one over looking in towards
well,
server.
maybe they're going to place it on the outside this time, looking into the bomb site, right? Like, they haven't put any aggression from server or tunnel, so why not place it in the server facing into the bomb site, right? Like, at this point, I mean, they're going to get more use out of it than it looking into the server room.
Yeah, well, Nova's going to hear those the breaking in of Afro here at the top of the Skylight stairwell.
They're going to see his shield.
Oh, yeah, he's just seen the corner of it, hasn't he? With the edge.
They know he's there.
Oh, and he's got the castle moving up behind him, going to be ready in support.
Do you think he's been spotted, though? Do you think Clash
Afro?
has spotted him?
No.
Yeah. Do you think, Afro's been spotted by Nova?
No, I don't think so. I think he's blissfully unaware.
Well, Odin Miso going to make his way down the main stairs. And
It's got the shotgun for that close range engagement. Like, we saw Odin Miso earlier on in the day go absolutely ham with the skeleton key up close, didn't we?
Yeah, he's really been devastating using it. But I think that FAV just not really certain what to do. I think they wanted to push this server stairs, but Clash sitting there has just thrown them. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to deal with it. He does, of course, have someone in support. I do believe it was MB Taylor.
Yeah, it's the castle, yep. Just behind. But they're going to piece out of there. Just leave the castle.
Yep. Well, I think it's the right move to make. Like, they haven't really had a lot of attention put to it, so Clash can be used better off somewhere else.
But yeah, 2 minutes to go on, down off the clock, and we haven't really seen much movement here from FAV. It looks like they might even feel like they have to go for another push from the hatches.
Yeah, well, at this point, they sort of put themselves into it. With 45 seconds left, 5v5 is going to happen. Typon has managed to drop his way in. The C4 comes out, does nothing. He puts in the last asphyxiation bolt, but finds nothing. Shin gets the head of MB Taylor, though. That's the castle being taken off the board. So Shin's going to be coming down through the backside. Hopefully, he will be useful. The plant going down.
Whoa.
Neilio finds one. Hetty finds another. He stops it. Can he stop the plant just yet?
I believe that was the one that stopped. Oh, this is Valkyrie shotgun. We don't see this every day.
Yeah, it's Spaz 12 coming out. Not something you, as you said, you don't see it every day, but it's very, very powerful shotgun. And Hetty has found K-Razor again. He stopped the plant again. He has Diffuser with 10 seconds left in his toe. Sweep back and Neilio get one apiece. And the round goes over to Mantis.
Well, he just sees the legs and just get us ready for the pre-fire. Once again, it seems like FAV didn't know how to push that, so they just went for what they did last time, and Mantis were just ready for them. That was a meat grinder at the bottom of that hatch, wasn't it?
Yep, having Clash being a bit more successful there this time certainly helped. Having Valkyrie with the Spaz 12, I'm not sure how successful it was.
I think she's playing close
kill,
range. Close range underneath the hatch, like, sure, shotgun's fine.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I think that was lost by FAV, right? Cornering themselves into a very inoptimal push.
Yeah, I can see what they're planning there, right? But then you've got the Capitao, and he has to win that gunfight against Hetty. But, you know, who's peeking Hetty? Because Hetty's winning everything that he's peeking.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like, at this point, you sort of just have to sit there and go, hey, guys, Hetty's here. Let's go the other way. Like...
Well, yeah, it also feels like, you know, the Capitao, has to hold off from Hetty, but then he also has to worry about a push from inside the vault.
Yeah, he's stuck being prone against that window unless, of course, the Capitao jumps in and gets aggressive on his own, right?
Yeah.
We've seen both asphyxiation bolts be used to hold off the Clash and whoever is supporting the Clash in the vault, right? What happens if he was to save an asphyxiation bolt and force it down to Hetty's spot near the bomb?
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, he sent off a smoke in there, didn't he? Wasn't an asphyxiation bolt.
Yeah, if you were to save an asphyxiation bolt for it, though.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
Because K-Razor could then plant in relative safety. Right? Because K-Razor was planting when I believe it was Typon got shut down who was covering it. But then he couldn't plant in case, you know, Hetty decided to have a go at him. So, it's just sort of... needs to really... they need to really adapt their strategy if they're going to go for that again. Because they're getting down the hatch, but they're not successfully getting the plant off.
Yeah, well, into this round here are defending CEO office bomb site. Interesting that this is Mantis' second choice, isn't it?
Yeah.
It seems like a lot more and more teams are taking this as their second, even their first choice bomb site.
Yeah, I've been waiting for CEO to become a bit more popular. Teller's never really made sense to me, like, because you sort of had to put everything upstairs anyway to try and defend it. Typon, though, finds that early Nova, and the Valkyrie's going to have to sit on her cameras now, but luckily, of course, she can sit on her cameras.
And once again, it's one of those fights on the... it looks like she tried to jump out. Odemisa has taken a lot of damage. I think that must have been the Valkyrie. Nova going for the aggression. Something Devon I was saying, like, Nova either gets a 3 or 4K or he dies nice and early on without doing anything.
Yep. And that's what's happened this time around.
Oh, yeah.
But Typon putting a couple of shots through, not really finding anything. And here comes the smokes. They're getting ready to try and plant. As soon as those go off, they'll probably start moving in. because you don't want to waste them too much. And there goes one. Plant's
Planted
going down
already.
through it. K-Razor, he gets shot at through the smoke though, has to stop, has to pull out. And MV Taylor's been downed as well. He gets picked up by the skeleton key of Odin Miso. K-Razor picks up one before Sweet Black trades off. Odin Miso gets himself a second. Hetty's going to go in for the plant, and it's all up to Sweet Black here. He's going to juice himself back up before he gets back into the fight.
Attackers are activating.
Well, as the plant confirmed, so 1v4 retake for Sweet Black with tons of spots that's very hard to get to, i.e. repelling on those windows. As a defender, you either need to jump out, get the kill, and then make the massive trek back inside.
Yeah, you can't really do as a solo operator, can you?
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing you have to do when you have a team to retake.
Or just let them hide and not peek you if they don't have to.
Yeah, Sweet Black, he's starting to run out of ammo. They know where he is now. There's going to be a second one on the windows, seeing if he can get it, but Afro from above is going to put an end to that. Mantis, they go on to, what are they now, match point?
No, that was FAV winning that round.
Oh, sorry, yep, Fav, you're right.
It's a 5-4 scoreline, Mr. Amfleet.
Sorry, my mistake. Too used to them being
He's from Queensland.
attack.
Simple maths eludes him.
So we are seeing a technical pause being called. Interesting.
Yep. Yes,
So,
indeed.
But CEO being picked for the defenders, I'm actually quite interested to see how this is going to play out again, because it didn't work for them at all. They got dismantled by the attack, right? Like they got just 1v1 after 1v1, just getting crushed.
Yeah, well, it started off with Nova
Jumping out a window,
trying to
yeah.
jump out the window. Like, you know, that's something we traditionally see from some of the very aggressive teams, particularly like LATAM ones.
Yeah.
And, you know, can definitely play dividends. It just seems like...
But you don't do it at the very start of the round when there's two people on the windows,
Yeah,
right?
well,
one is going to be covering the other.
He did a lot of damage to Odemiso, though.
Yeah, he probably could have very easily picked up the kill, but at best it would have been a 1-for-1 trade. At that point, is a 1-for-1 trade worth it?
I don't know. Like, the more the rounds, like, the more the time goes down, the more, like, having defenders up is more worth. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
But I think
Explained
if he had gotten the Capitao, because Odin Miso was the buck,
Yeah.
right? So he did a lot of damage to the buck. If the Capitao and the buck had swapped places and he managed to kill the Capitao, I think it definitely would have been worth it. Valkyrie for Capitao in that situation, because the Capitao was pretty much their only smoke and cover, right? It would have been a lot more worth it, in my opinion. They would have been able to stop any semblance of a plant, right?
Yeah.
They would have been able to stop the threat of a plant going down.
Yeah, but I really think that bomb site is just so many angles. It was like just skewered from every single angle. Everyone got shot in the back on the side of Mantis then, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. So it wasn't really a good hold, in my opinion. It went pear-shaped very quickly, and once they lost that man advantage, they just got collapsed upon. So I think, unfortunately, they're going to have to do a slightly different hold. Maybe they just curb the aggression, right? If they just curb the aggression, does that stop the advance?
Yeah, well, what I was thinking is, you know, I said this was very defender-sided, but so far, it hasn't been.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, 2-for-1.
Yeah, it's 2-for-1 so far, but that's the same ratio it was in the first half of 4-2.
Yeah, true. True. So I think we definitely could be seeing FAV maybe take this to overtime. They're definitely fighting from behind. They don't have a lot of wiggle room left to play with.
Yeah.
They can lose, 2 rounds comfortably? One round comfortably.
They don't even have to take it to overtime. They could still win it in regulation.
Yeah, that's it. They could. But Mantis going to go back upstairs. Are we going to see a 6th pick? I don't think we will. I think this is a strong lineup for them.
Yeah, no one's picking.
At all.
At all?
Yeah.
So,
So, we'll have to see whether or not things come to play. Hetty, 10 kills. Shin, 10 kills as well. But the difference is MV Taylor and Neilio really supporting him.
Yeah, 9 apiece as well. Yeah, everyone's pitching in there. Some more than others.
It's interesting to note, only 1 round difference, but there was a massive frag difference between the two.
Yeah, but that's you know,
So the rounds
that
that
you
Mantis
lose.
have lost have been closer.
Like, I think the best way to, not best way, but like maybe an interesting way to show the scoreboard is only show kills in rounds that you win.
5 seconds left.
I don't know, I think it'd just be an interesting way to look at the
Attackers
scoreboard.
recovered the bomb diffuser. Attackers' objective is to locate a
What
bomb
would you hope
and
to
defuse
achieve off that?
Well, arguably, they're impact frags, right? So you're seeing what spread of impact frags we're getting.
So if you lose the round, any frag you get is worthless? Is that your argument here?
In the grand scheme of things, yeah. Like, what's the point of it? A confidence booster?
Fair point, I suppose. But I mean, if you're left in a 1v5 and
Yes.
you bring it down, like you kill everyone, but you just run out of time to get the defuse.
You still haven't won the round. Like, I don't know. It's just an interesting way to look at it. I feel like not.
I agree with you. It is interesting. I'm very interested to hear your thought process off that.
Well, you've heard it, so let's focus on this. We've wasted 50 seconds
bomb located
already.
by attackers.
As looks like Fav's setting up for a very similar attack this time, but they don't have Nova YOLOing out that window.
Well, that is definitely what he did, because you know there's no respawns in Siege, so he only lived once, and he chose to live it on the ground. Like, you know, so that's a very apt description.
Won't let these walls contain me, and then promptly died. But over me, so look, there we go. He's gonna die once again, finding the head of Nova there.
But, yep, you are right. Nova is the first one to die again, so it doesn't matter whether he's jumping out a window or trying to contain himself, he's still going to die first. So, Mantis now with the man disadvantage, but a much more comfortable hold, I feel. It's a very different hold, and I think it's much more comfortable.
Yeah, but once again, they've just got to be worried about all these angles they have to worry about. Look at the position of Shin on Ash over in front lobby. He's ready to start pushing in when they've all distracted here.
That's certainly it. K-Razor getting ready for that plant again. Typon, as soon as these smokes go down, K-Razor will be going through.
Ooh, nice
Typon
shot.
finds one. He gets Nelio through the wall. It's a very, very nice pre-fire onto that.
Yeah, Sweet Black wants to make sure he can try and deny the plant as well. In fact, he's going to do a lot of damage there, taking K-Razor low, but K-Razor will find Hetty, and K-Razor's sticking this plant now. 5 on 2.
Yep.
Fav Gaming are large and in charge of this round. In fact, it's all up to MV Taylor. 1v5. And plant down. She's going to find Shin though, so that's another one for the stats. He might find this one too. Nope, just can't find the long-range distance. Look at K-Razor's HP and Odin me, so don't want to finish him off as we're going to see a fight back here from Fav to 5-5.
Yeah, they've managed to equalize it at this point. If this continues... Whoa!
That was nice.
That was nasty as well, that was.
The skeleton key right to the head. You know, that is a skeleton key because his skull was blasted right open.
It is the key to their skulls. So, they're going back down to CCTV, where arguably Fav lost this rather than Mantis winning it.
Yeah, well, yes, that is one and the same, but the actions...
But, well, no,
Yeah,
because it means...
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Literally, it's one and the same, but what happened in the round...
The outcome is the same, but it means it's within Fav's control.
Yeah.
Right? So Fav were the reason they lost it, rather than Mantis being the reason that they won that round. So
Defenders,
Fav can
protect your bombs from being
ultimately
defused by attackers.
control the fate of this attack, I believe.
Yes. I just wish chat could see how hard I'm rolling my eyes right now.
the look,
It's always within your control of how you're doing the round. Like, what
The
you mean is
look.
that Fav should have won it,
Fav's,
but...
yes, Fav's mistakes led them to win it rather than Mantis's plays.
Yes.
Yes. So, but we are going to have to see whether or not Mantis can still effectively get it. They're putting down that interesting mirror again.
Again, yes. I mean, are they going to put that other one that's looking into the Locker's bomb site?
Well, they did it last time as well. The mirror was this mirror was different last time, but the
Attackers
mirror,
have recovered
pardon me, the mirror looking
Attackers
into
must locate and defuse a bomb.
the mirror looking into the big site was exactly the same.
I don't know. It just seemed like such a silly idea, but it really worked out for them, didn't it? Because
It did.
it's probably just like the individual metas between regions,
regions,
and
yeah.
how it comes to be.
because really the only time we see the mesh of the meta games is in these APAC lands. So other than that, they're entirely separate entities and they develop their own metas and their own strategies.
Well, 5-5 round 11. Still a chance for one of these teams to take it in regulation. Also still a chance we might be hitting overtime, but it looks like Heady's going to keep that mirror in his back pocket. So maybe what happened is when he got the call that they're going for the hatch drop, that's when he puts the mirror up.
Afro sitting here again. He did of course clear this last time. Like when Nova pieced out and just left MV Taylor there by himself, Afro did win that 1v1, but after that, he had 0 impact.
See, if he had Shin there, probably a bit more proactive, and then they used the concussion, Shin would be able to shoot those legs off if he's quick enough.
Afro attempting to go for this hatch, try and create some semblance of a crossfire. The Thermite's going to get blown on the bulk hatch again.
Surely this is when we see that black mirror go on, looking into the Locker's bomb site.
Yep, that mirror will go down any moment now that Heady has confirmation of exactly where they're going. Afro going to open up another hatch. Or maybe just open up peak holes.
A bomb
He's being very delicate, isn't he?
Yeah.
Open hatch surgery.
Does he have enough to open the hatch? I think he does.
Yeah, I think he does too.
So, but MV Taylor's still sitting in that server room, just trying to hold their back. Everyone else is going to be focusing forward. Ooh, Heady's actually in a different position this time around. And here come the Candelas. Yep, they're going to flash up Nova.
Without the Cafetiere, they're going to have to use these Candelas, aren't they?
Well, Ying could be very, very effective in this. Does effectively the same job, and there we go. He's going to drop, going to throw another Candela. Whether or not he's going to get aggressive, the C4 comes out, does about half damage, but as they get flashed, Sweet Black pops up with the Spas 12, puts an end to Typon. K-Razor finds one, but Heady going to trade him straight back. Heady's aggression on that window finally paying
genius.
off. And
going to keep them trapped in the vault area. Of course, the Ash is going to make quick work of that. And Odin Meester is going to find Nelia before Heady once again going to be fragging out on that mirror. 15 seconds to go. They're going to have to start going quickly as Heady's going to find another one, and Sweet Black to finish things off. That's Mantis once again winning the round. Sorry for interrupting you, by the way.
No, that's perfectly okay. But yeah, I actually didn't even see that castle.
It was genius,
I'm glad you pointed it out. Yes, it was great. It was like, all right, guys, they've dropped hatch every single time. How do we do it? Let's just block him in with castle.
Like, I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me.
Yep. So, you know, they're stuck between a castle and a clash. What do you do? Like,
Ash the castle and die to Heady, apparently. Yeah. What's he up to? 12 kills now? Is about there?
By my count, no, it'll be 13.
13?
If our wonderful observer Sky could bring that up for us. 13, yep, there we go.
Well, what do you know? Queenslanders can count.
MV Taylor, though, he's hit the double digits as well. And, you know, we're going to be seeing Taylor's office in archives again. We'll have to see how it's going to go.
You know, we haven't mentioned this could potentially be our very final round.
Yeah, very final round of the whole cup. We'll have to see whether or not Mantis is going through or whether FAV is going to have something to say against it.
You know, if I know anything about this FAV squad, they're not going to go quietly into the night.
Oh, no. They're going to go kicking and screaming and carrying on and dragging as much of Mantis's sanity with them as they can.
Oh, yeah. We are in for some more action if FAV have anything to say about this, of course.
But this is the first time we've seen them hold tellers.
Yeah, now, first signs I saw, they've opened up the hatch that's behind the tellers. I like that. You can see some pretty dynamic play with someone with a C4 playing down there, denying any thermites, trying to open it up, but surely teams should be experienced of that by now, and I really think the first step, once you see that, if that's your strategy, take top, then clear out bottom, or at least, like, you don't have to like fully clear it, just drone it, make sure no one's sitting down there ready to ruin your thermite's day.
Yeah, and if they lose Thermite, they still have Afro. It'll, of course, put them at a disadvantage to gain access to side, but they still have the Afro for that hard push.
Yeah, of course. No Habana, thanks to the bans, by the way.
Yep. So those who aren't aware, Habana and Maestro taken off the board, and Monty and Echo are banned.
Well, it looks like a very heavy top floor hold here, of course. Now we've seen FAV just completely demolish attack in this top floor bomb site. So, you know, it should be more of the same, taking it from Roamers up there, right?
Yeah, trying to clear out the Roamers before they push their way in. K-Raids are going to start droning out sight, seeing exactly how many are on site. He spots Nova on drone. Nova, of course, on that pulse. We haven't seen a lot of pulse, actually. I thought we would have seen more on the CCTV holds downstairs, but we didn't see any of him. So he was 6-picked off multiple times.
Yeah.
Odin Miso on that skeleton key. He really likes using that skeleton key for kills, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's more of a weapon to him than utility, isn't it?
Certainly is. And
no. Okay.
Odin Miso, a couple of potatoes going off, but then finally finds MV Taylor on his drone.
Oh.
That could have been very, very dangerous. MV Taylor, though, off with the fairies.
I was like, oh no, he's going to miss all these taps, and then MV Taylor's just going to tap him back, isn't he? No, what's it to be?
Hetty, though, is going to tap find one, but Odin Miso is going to put Neilio in the grave with the skeleton key, because just need more and more.
It's a weapon.
I think he's got more kills with the skeleton key than he has with the actual C8.
Also, to be fair, he caught that Doc completely off guard, and that was one shot of the skeleton key to
down him,
a recently rehealed Doc to 0 HP.
I'd actually be very interested to see the stats from Siege GG on how many skeleton key kills Odin Miso has come out with this today. So very, very interesting. But a 3v5 in 3v4 in favor of FAV.
Oh, Sweet Black, he's gonna see Shin, but can't land the shot. Shin. Oh, he doesn't shoot first, but he wins that duel. And now it's a 4-on-2. Hetty and Nova. You know, Hetty's still alive. You can still believe, I feel. This C4 from Nova could do some damage, but no, just misled there. Hetty going for a bit of a flank, a bit of a play, and Nova as well. They've realized they can't stay on that bomb site. They're going to start pushing around. There's Shin. There's another for Nova, dropping the diffuser, evening the man count to 10 seconds remaining as well. Odin Miso and Typon need to get a move on. 5 seconds now. Hetty going to not find one, but now they know where he is. Are they going to start the plant? Yes, they are, but he has to win this fight.
He does.
No, he's done it. Hetty, he's going to clutch this out with the C4. Oh, the ultimate BM there to finish it off. And Mantis are the champions of this qualifier. And we'll be heading to Montreal. What? What happened there?
Hetty, what was that?
He's just sitting at range with the ITA. 3 shots. Oh, he's still not dead. Better just lob over my C4.
But Mantis, Nova, and Hetty pull out the impossible, the 2v4.
4-on-2, yes.
Yeah, just when you think it's going to go down 2 apiece to each of them. And it goes from bad to worse, and FAV, you have to feel sorry for them. I really thought we were going to overtime.
Look at that, 16-6 for Hetty. That man stepped up massively here on back.
Yeah, he has